Hi, welcome to Jill and Jez Go Crafting. Recently, Jez and I did a live crafting session over on our group, Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. Do join us if you have the chance. And we, on our Facebook Live, we each did a case of one another's projects. And as Jez is the box queen, I cased her box. And if you watch on, you can watch me casing that box and making my own version of it. So hope you like it. Have fun. So we're going to be making that today. So if you do want to craft along, while I'm faffing with my camera, to make the base, the base and the lid of the box, you need 2 pieces of cardstock. I've used thick, very vanilla. And one is 8 inches square and one is 7 15/16 square. So if you quickly want to get 2 pieces of cardstock, you could join in and just make the box and decorate it later. Right, I'm going to try and move my camera. So if I disappear, sorry, but I will try.
Got my fingers crossed it works.
There we go. Right. Staying right away from the off button.
They're doing well, yeah.
Am I there?
You are
Is
there.
that in position?
It is.
Excellent. Oh, that was smooth and easy. Easier than I thought. Hope I didn't make anyone feel seasick. There we go. I'm just going to stick my grid paper down so I know where I need to be. Right, and here's my box. And this is what we're going to make. Sorry if the headphone cables are in the way. Don't quite know what to do about that. They've got to have them plugged in, otherwise the sound goes funny. Right, okay, so I've got 2 pieces of very vanilla. One I've already scored at 2 inches round each side. I'm going to do the other one on camera. I actually started, I cut all the pieces I need and then started remaking the box and thought, oh, no, I'm meant to be doing that on camera. So this is the lid of the box, which is the 8-inch one. So you need to score at 2 inches. And I'm sure Jez has probably got the metric measurements on her blog, but I haven't. So
I did stop doing that because it gave me a headache. Yeah.
There we go. I find it easier to use the scoreboard in inches anyway if I'm using the scoreboard, because it's inches, and the other plate the metric plate doesn't have all the grooves in it. So no, I'll show you. It's really odd. So this is really dusty because I don't use it. So this is the metric board, and it's got, can you see? I don't know if you can see well enough there. But it's I don't know. I swear I've got to wait for it to fill in. It doesn't have all the things, so you can't do like 1/2 centimetre all the way across at that end because it's not got all the square. I don't understand. It'd be better to have those ones at that end and those at that end, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I use inches.
Inches all the way.
I use inches. So then we're just gonna burnish all those score lines. Like so, and on the other piece. It's really lovely. I don't often work with very vanilla thick, and it's lovely. It's really nice.
I do love the thick cardstock.
Yeah.
Making boxes,
it's such a sturdy little box because it's got 3 layers of card on it. It's such a sturdy little box. And it can fit, there's such a big box as well. It was bigger than I expected it to be, so it can fit loads in.
Yeah, it is big.
Right, so I'm just gonna.
And in my house, I give these to my family, as in my 2 boys, and then they give it back to me after Christmas. I can reuse it.
My sister made me laugh the other day. I gave her a box with something in it for last Christmas, and she wanted to re-gift it on to a friend. And she said it took me ages to find something that would fit in it, and in the end it was a NAF soap. So I had to say to her, I just had to buy a NAF soap so I could give you the box. Right, okay, so we are going to snip the tabs now. So we're going to snip along there, and then just a tiny wedge there. And like Jez says on her video, which I watched very carefully, it's much easier to do this with big scissors than with the snips, actually. I normally recommend the snips because they're great and they're really sharp pointed and whatever. But actually for something like this where these tabs are quite big, it's easier
to use big scissors. And actually hers are, Jez has got really posh big scissors. Mine are £1 from Hobbycraft.
Mine are from that very famous male crafter, and they cost more than £1.
Yeah, mine didn't. I've got about 3 set, and actually they're fab. These, I don't mind them at all. They.
Oh, Karen's just asking what size is the paper. Can you give the measurements?
Yeah. So for the top, it's 8 inches by 8 inches, and for the base, it's 7 5/16 square, both square, and then on both of them, you score on every side at 2 inches. So that's
fabulous.
that.
Thank you.
And then got to do this one as well. If I was Jez, I'd speed this bit up.
Yeah.
But
I don't always do that, but I do for repetitive things.
It's not terribly the most inventive of watching, is it? When you're watching somebody just do the same cut over and over again. So I could have actually prepared one of these a bit more than this, couldn't I? Quite often in my videos, I'll say, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah. Blue Peter style.
Blue Peter styley. There we go.
I remember somebody said that on something, and it's only UK people knew what it meant, and somebody actually explained what blue pizza meant.
It's funny, isn't it? Cultural references not always got by everybody. And it's obviously not a program that's been sold to America, is it, Blue Peter? A lot of things are. Right, let's get rid of all those little bits. Right, so we've got all of that. Now I'm going to remember to glue the right side, because when I was making my box last night, I went ahead and glued all these, and then when I went to put it together, I thought, oh, they're glued on the wrong side. I had to turn it all over. So I'm going to glue. So I'm going to turn it over so that the folds are mountain folds, if you like. So you've got that. And I am using today, which I don't often use. I'm going to use the Seal Plus, which I practiced with last night. I am completely hopeless at using these tape runners, but I practiced with it last night and it was all right. So here's hoping. It's actually it's better than the fast fuse this, because you don't have to give the little click at the end, because it's like hundreds and hundreds of little stripes of glue, so they just cut off themselves.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But you have to do it for the other one, don't you?
But it does keep stopping running. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're now going to join these up. So we're going to line up the score line with the edge of the box. Try and get that straight, which I'm not ever so good at doing, I have to admit.
I'm not sometimes. It's quite easy to do that.
To what?
It's quite easy to overdo it. Right. Julie's saying, wow, no wet glue.
No, I know. I do use wet glue on the panels on these. I gave up using the seal, but it can get a bit messy with boxes, and because you're on camera, you need it to dry too quickly. If I was making it myself, then I would just give myself more time, but because I'm on camera, so we've got to do the same.
Yeah, so I do my fast fuse sometimes for quickness on camera, which is virtually the same as that.
Well, if I could get this to run, that'd be good. There we go. It'd be just interesting to see how long this seal lasts, because it's not cheap. So if it lasted to do quite a few projects, that'd be okay. If it's only going to last about 3, then.
Oh, it's got. Can't remember how long the tape is, but it's quite a big one. Let me just check. I've got my quarantine birthday T-shirt.
Oh.
Didn't arrive till today. I couldn't wear it yesterday, so I'm wearing it today.
What's it say?
It's my 10th birthday. The one where we was in quarantine, and it's got 2020, and instead of noughts, it's got masks. Stand back a bit, showing the.
By the time we get to the end of it, we'll all have had a quarantine birthday, won't we?
Yeah.
Right, now I'm hoping that this is going to fit. It's quite a nice snug fit, I have to say, but it does fit. It did on the other one. There we go. There, perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a better fit than my last one, the other one. That's great. It's a really lovely, really sturdy box, and like I say, loads of room. And I won't be able to get it undone because I haven't got any thumb holes in it yet.
Yeah, I'd say I put a thumb hole in, but I actually didn't cut the thumb hole until after it was covered.
And then it was quite tricky. Right. Okay. Now we've got some.
Getting lots of thumbs up.
Good. Right, I'm going to use slightly different paper. So it's still from the Christmas Gleaning. This is my favourite, one of my favourite ever patterns from a pack of Stampin' Up! DSP. I love the colours. I'd rather it was gold rather than, is it copper, that foiling? I'd rather it was gold, copper. And it does look a bit gold. Yeah. But I love that pattern, and I think it's good for not just Christmas, but it's nice for Christmas as well. So I'm going to use the other one that uses the same colour scheme. This is from Christmas Gleaning as well, and it's lots of little baubles. And I'm going to use, instead on here, I use Night of Navy, which is, I did this one exactly the same as Jez's example. I'm using Pretty Peacock. And
I love Pretty
So
Peacock.
for the top, you need a square that is 3 3/4 inches square to fit on the top. And I'm going to use Tombow, with a cocktail stick hanging on, for that.
15 meters you get of Stampin'
Yeah,
Seal
so
Plus.
presumably it should, I think my Tombow's running out now. So it should last quite a while, shouldn't it? Because I wouldn't have used half a meter, I wouldn't have thought, doing that gluing that I just did. Doing the sticking.
Val's saying that she uses it all the time and it seems to just keep going.
Oh, good, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I must say I find it a lot easier to use than the fast fuse. I'm just hoping. What I don't like happening, I've just made my customer thank you gifts, which, oh God, that's not straight. That's what I like about wet glue. If I'd done this with fast fuse or seal, you see, this would not be able to be straightened up. I'm trying to straighten that up. I've just made my customer thank you gifts, which are these. And most of them I've had to staple the bottoms because what I used snail to start with, and that was hopeless. And then I used seal, and they still, because there's a bit of pressure on that joint, they still popped open. So right, okay, and so then this piece is going to layers. That's lovely. I love these colours. I'm really into these colours.
They're beautiful.
And that's and this piece is 3.5 by 3.5. So you're going down by 1/4 inch each time. So the box is 4 by 4. The cardstock layer is 3 3/4, and the DSP layer is 3.5. So there we go. And then round the sides, we've got 4 sides to do. And I've just remembered what I forgot to tell you was what Jez recommended to do. I've just lost my bone folder. I had it out. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Was just to give those joints a bit of a rub as well, just to make sure they are properly stuck. So just give them a bit more pressure. Okay, so so we're going around the edges now. That each piece on the edge is 3.5 by 1.5. Oh, so no, sorry. The cardstock is 3 3/4 by 1 3/4, and the DSP is 3.5 by 1.5. So you need 4 pieces like that just to go around the edges of the box. So I'll try and do that relatively quickly. Actually, I think it would be better to do the DSP onto the cardstock and then stick it on here. Might do that next time. But the wet glue really comes into its own here because I can't ever get something down quite positioned quite right. So the fact that I get a bit of wiggle time is a bonus for me.
I was watching somebody last night. I always watch YouTube videos before I sleep, and they were using the Stampin' Seal, and they were lining everything up perfectly, and so fast. And then I remembered I was watching it on double time.
Oh. Not quite so fast then.
Not really that fast, no. I was like, my goodness, you're really genius. But I was like, now you speed it up, Jez.
Right.
They don't really talk like Mickey Mouse.
So I'm just trying to think what would fit in this box. I think a Body Shop body butter would fit in it. Was that what you made it for originally?
No, I didn't, and I don't think it will. I've got a body butter box here that I can. So that's what I made before for body butter. Oh, No, I think it might be slightly too small for a body butter.
I think there's lots of things that would fit. I mean, you can obviously get lots of sweets and chocolates in there.
I'm trying to remember what I did put in it, because I gave this as a gift last year to one of my boys. I probably just put chocolate in it, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a decent size though. It's not too restricting.
Yeah. And I love this ribbon with Merry Christmas on it.
Yeah, it is lovely. And I thought I'd given mine away, but actually I managed to find it in my retired stash, so I dug it out again.
Yeah, I've got.
But actually, I'm going to use a different ribbon today.
Yeah.
Right.
I still got some. Yeah. I cut it up and used it as sentimental.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. So there always the favourite things. I think, I wish they'd just keep that in the catalogue.
Yeah.
Right, we're nearly done. Nearly made our box. So quick. I can never believe quite how quick it is to make a box. They always look really complicated to me, which is why I avoid them, because I only do simple crafting. And then when I actually make one, I think that wasn't so hard. So I really should keep. This is really nearly gone, this Tombow. I really need to fill it up. Get another one out. Got a drawer full of Tombow. I've no need to be using a running out one.
Yeah. I don't like to run out of glue.
No.
When we couldn't get supplies.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have Tombow for probably a month or so because I'd run out of my supplies, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do.
There we go.
I nearly turned to a supplier. I even looked when we went to the States last year on holiday. I nearly, I was in Michael's and Hobby Lobby and
Hobby Lobby.
I went to all three. And I looked for Tombow in there, and I did find it, but it was even more money than it would be from buying it off myself. So even without a discount, so I didn't.
Right, now then, I need a punch. I've got a 3/4 of an inch punch here. Don't know if this is going to work. It was quite hard work to punch it through all those layers last night, but I'm going to give it a go. So you just want a little semicircle as a thumb hole. Oh.
I did manage it, but yeah, it's hard.
It doesn't want to go. I might have to play around with that a bit. Don't know whether an inch punch. I don't know where I've put my inch punch.
I think I used an inch on mine.
I don't know where I've put my inch punch though. Oh, here it is. Let's try the inch punch. Let's see if that. Oh, I can't get this one off now. There we go. Let's see if that's any easier. It's true because I'm trying to go through so many layers of card. I've got 3 or 4 layers of card. Oh, that sounds a bit more hopeful. No, it's not going to do it. I'm going to have to play around with that afterwards. So we need to feel.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you could cut the cardstock, do this with the cardstock before you. You just need it to click through.
I clearly did it, and I did it once it was stuck on, because it'd be really hard to line them up if you did it after.
Yeah, it would. It's just about gone through. It's just the very tip there that hasn't. I'll fold that in there. Get the impression there. I'm just going to have to do a bit more work on that to get that to do. I'm not going to even attempt the other one. So I'm going to put my lid on my box. This is where I find out I've decorated the wrong one. And then I'm going to use, so this ribbon, as Jez says, is absolutely beautiful. Copper foiling, Merry Christmas, written in 2 different scripts all along. But actually, I'm going to use this, and I think this is gorgeous ribbon as well. This is the reversible Old Olive and Pretty Peacock. Really pretty.
I don't think I've got any of that.
Which is lovely.
Julie is suggesting that you put it on the table and put the pressure from the top.
What, the punch?
So instead of squeezing it like that, put it on the table and press down.
I don't think I'm going to embarrass myself any further on camera. I'm going to do that in private.
Yes.
In fact, on this box, it didn't matter because actually this one didn't go quite flush to the bottom. I'd obviously mismeasured. I keep looking at my iPad to show you. I'd obviously mismeasured. So down here, you've got a little bit of a finger hold anyway. But on this one, I made it properly and it fits quite flush.
Yeah.
So, right, let's cut a bit of ribbon off. Get my ribbon scissors. And I know these are my ribbon scissors because I've got a little scissor charm on them that was given to me by a very, very good friend. So,
I wonder who that could be.
And lo behold, anybody who dares to to use my ribbon scissors for anything else.
Yes.
It will not be long in my life. Right, okay, so I could have it, might have it the other way around. I might have the pretty peacocks showing. So, do it this way. Now, this is where all us crafters come unstuck, is trying to tie a nice bow on camera. So I will give it a go.
I'm usually all right.
Oh, I'm 50-50. Sometimes it will go all right, and sometimes it goes horribly wrong, and I make it look like the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like today, all fingers and thumbs. There we go. There.
Yeah.
There.
Well done.
Quite,
Sending positive vibes.
quite a nice little
down.
box. Now I've got 2 gift boxes to think about what I can put in them for Christmas. So I'm just going to trim those ends off a little bit. And I am done. So there we go. Jill a la Jez. Lovely. And I'm so pleased I've made that, because it's made me realise how easy it is to make these little boxes, and how I could do loads more, really, and stop
And
avoiding
it's just
them.
all a variation on the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
As long as your lid is a 16th
Yeah.
bigger than your base, or your base is 16th smaller than your lid, they should fit.
I now can't.
And you can.
I now can't.
And you can do. And you can do it so that that side wasn't all the way down to the bottom, so you get a lid.
I now can't even close my 3/4 inch punch. I've obviously knackered my punch completely.
Oh, you need to just bash it on the floor.
No, well, it's open. It's open. It just won't go.
Yeah, but if you bash it, it will.
No.
It will work.
I'll give that to my husband to have a look at.
Somebody suggested putting it in the freezer.
Oh yeah, I suppose so, because it would change the the metal would shrink a bit, wouldn't it? So I might try that.
Yeah.
I can't do without that. I use it for quilling a lot. I need that punch. I can't wreck it.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm done. That's me with my crafting done, and now I've got to swap my camera over again. So hold on to your hats, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope I've inspired you to maybe make your own version. Now you can go to part 2 of the video and watch Jezza's part, where she's going to case one of my projects, which of course is a card, and a rainbow card at that, which is kind of my signature. So hope you'll hop on to watch Jez and have fun. Bye for now.
Bye.